guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to get a perfect base for dry skin. So I have come across this video a lot on YouTube, especially these days, but many of them have oily skin, so there are a ton of tutorials on how to get a perfect base for oily skin. Now my skin is dry, so I know so many of you there have dry skin. I know there are like so many questions how to get this glowy looking perfect base that stays for a really long time, like 10 to 12 hours, without getting flaky or cakey, or without like creasing or enhancing your dry patches or anything like that. So in today's tutorial I'm gonna show you step by step how to get a perfect base for your makeup. You're gonna have a perfect base like on the entire day till you finish your shoot, or till you finish some wedding, or you can also use this for your wedding makeup. If you're a person you just want to do your own makeup, then you can do this. And if you have dry skin, I mean, this is the perfect thing that you can do. So this foundation routine is not like my everyday go-to foundation routine, because I don't do all of these steps on my everyday. So if you just want to make your makeup last for a long time, and if you have dry skin, then please keep on watching. I'm going to be starting off with my skincare today because that's what you want to do. If at all you have dry skin, after you cleanse your face, make sure to scrub your face really well. You always must exfoliate your skin, because being dry skin, we always have flaky skin, and that's what is going to make our skin look even more drier when we apply foundation on top of it. So make sure you exfoliate the skin really well. So I've already cleansed my skin and scrubbed my face. So I'm going to start off with this one right here. So this is the Kiehl's Iris Extract Activating Treatment Essence. This ensures that everything is absorbed into the skin well. Whenever I use sheet mask, I make sure I use this before applying any sheet mask on my face. So I'm just going to take a little amount on my palm. This is a watery consistency, as you guys can see. So I'm just going to take like around 3 to 4 drops, pat it into my skin. So next I'm gonna use this Innisfree Rose Sheet Mask. Oh my god, this sheet mask was like so soothing and cooling. It's perfect for summers. I look so crazy right now. So I left it for 15 minutes, and I think I am fine with 15 minutes because I don't have time. I have to get ready to go out. But you can leave it for half an hour or however long you want to, until the sheet masks are completely dry. So I'm just going to remove it now. Very moisturized, it's so hydrated. But also make sure not to throw this because you have extra product inside this, and you're gonna use it once you remove the sheet mask. Oh, look at that. I'm just going to tap it all over my face to get even that extra hydration. And wherever you feel you dry a lot, try applying over there. So I dry a lot on my forehead and my nose, and also do not forget to take this on your neck, and leave this for another 5 or 10 minutes until it's like fully soaked into your skin. And then we're gonna go ahead and apply some moisturizer. This is again from Kiehl's. It's a deep moisture clarifying cream, and it's a 24-hour hydration. So the reason that I'm giving so much of moisture to my skin is because whenever you have like a big day ahead of you, and you want to look good on your entire day, this is the best method for dry skin. I wouldn't recommend this routine to do like on every day or every other day, because this takes a lot of time. So I'm just going to take a small amount. I'm just going to spread it evenly on my face, and this is so good. It has a citrusy smell to it. It's so amazing. So I'm just going to tap it into my skin and also apply a little bit underneath my eye. So once you have prepped your skin, allow your skin to soak all of these products for around 5 minutes, and let's start off with our foundation routine. No matter you have dry skin, you have combination skin, oily skin, you're any skin type, you must use a primer to make sure that your foundation lasts for a very long time. Your skin has a smooth base for your foundation to glide on. Every skin type must use different primers. So since I have dry skin and this is for dry skin, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever. This is a hydrating primer. So it not only like primes, like smoothens my pores and everything, but also it gives that hydration, which is very necessary for dry skin. Just going to take like coin size amount and I'm just going to use it on my entire face. Before jumping off and using the foundation, I'm first going to take an orange corrector. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal orange corrector, and I'm just going to correct wherever I have pigmentation going on. So every Asian, especially Indian, you know, out of 10, at least 8 of us have, like, you know, very pigmented skin. So I tan very quickly. As you guys can see, the skin on my body is much lighter than my face. So I have pigmentation on my mouth, and also I have dark circles. So this is just going to color correct all of that. Like if you have pimples or redness on your skin, it's better to use green color corrector. Everything just pulls off when you apply the foundation. So I'm just going to take a very small amount. So if you don't do this method, it's fine. If you have less pigmentation, it's okay to go ahead and use some full coverage foundation. It just covers everything. But if you have really dark patches or pigmented skin, it's better to use a corrector because it kind of turns your foundation grayish. So to just avoid that, I'm gonna use this orange corrector. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I'm in the shade Cashew. So I'm going to add the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. So I'm just going to use a concoction of these two so that we're gonna get a very good base. So the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation is for oily skin. I know it's a little drying, but it's very like full coverage. That's the reason I love using this foundation. So I'm just going to mix LA Girl Foundation. I'm going to take one pump of each, and I'm just going to mix them together so that it just gives like a it just gives a full coverage but also doesn't dry out our skin. This is a cocoa butter skin therapy oil. I totally love this product, so I'm just going to mix like 1 or 2 drops of it so that our foundation is very thin and looks skin-like. And I'm also going to take this Miss Claire, this in the shade 04 Bronze, and I'm going to add a little, like 1 drop of it again. You know, it just gives that illuminating effect. For my foundation, I'm going to take like all of these products and mix them together. I know it's a lot, but as I told you, this is not the foundation that you're going to apply on your everyday basis. This is the foundation routine that I do and that suits my skin type. And I'm just going to dot it on my face like that, to take it on like down my neck. And I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender. You can also use brushes, but I recommend you to use sponge because whenever I use brushes, I always go ahead, like later on I just go and take a beauty blender and just blend everything so that I don't have brush bristles marks. So taking like the butt of the beauty blender, I'm just going to dab it on my skin like that. So do not drag it, just press it onto your skin. So it's very important to take foundation onto your neck so that it doesn't look like your face is attached to someone else's body. Head and get it down your neck and also use it on your ears so everything looks blended. As I told you, we Asians have pigmented skin, so our skin is not like the same throughout. I totally love the effect of mixing all this to get kind of it's glowy from within kind of a look. Moving on with my concealer, I'm going to take my absolute favorite Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It doesn't dry out your under eye. It on my nose like that is because this just makes our nose look slimmer. So I'm just going to highlight the highest points of my face, like underneath my eyes, on the bridge of the nose, on my forehead, on my chin or on my mouth, and also on my cupid's bow. So after that, I'm going to take my absolute favorite MAC Prolong Wear Concealer, and this is in the shade NC35, and I'm just going to take like 1 pump of it. So this is like really thick, and it just makes sure all of your dark circles and dark spots are covered really well. You can also apply wherever you have like dark patches or moles or something to cover, and this does the job amazingly. Like the reason why I used Fit Me first is this is not that drying, but the MAC one is a little on the drier side. So I'm just going to take it on my beauty blender like this, cover all of my dark circles. Blend all this. You're going to use my beauty blender because this is really amazing. Just make sure that nothing budges or creases or it doesn't lift your foundation. When you use brush, there are chances that your foundation is moved, and again, you're just, whatever you did on your skin, you're just going to undo it. And yeah, so I just love using beauty blender, and also gives a very natural finish. So the reason that I highlighted here is because when the sunlight falls on your face, these are the places in which your face highlights and glows. So these are the places that you have to bring forth. So once you have done with the concealer, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent loose powder. I'm just going to set and bake everything in place. So there's so many powders in the market. You can also take other powders, but this powder is really great. And by just dampening once again with water, and I'm just going to take it on my beauty blender. This is like really damp, so I'm just going to set that concealer in place. So this method is called as baking. What this does is that just make sure that all your concealer, everything is right in place and doesn't move throughout the day. So the difference between setting and baking is this. So in setting, you just take a light powder and just set it into your concealer, and baking, you just like use extra powder. So this just locks everything in place, and wherever you apply, it just makes everything more highlighted. That's what people use for. And since you're going like on your big day like that, you just make sure that all your highest points are highlighted. So that's what I am doing, and I'm also going to bake this side of my eye as well. I'm gonna use my Anastasia cream contour kit in medium. So this product is a little drying. That's the reason I'm gonna apply like 2 drops of oil on it. And then I'm gonna take the shade called Cinnamon first. And again, taking my beauty blender, I'm just going to press the cream contour inside. The reason that I've applied like the lightest contour shade is I'm going to use the darkest shade on that, like closer to my hairline. And this just makes our contour look natural. I know this is not a beauty blender challenge, but this is what I like to do. I like to use all of my cream products with my beauty blender, and this just gives like a very natural blended look, without making your foundation or cream products crease or anything. And then I'm going to take the next darker shade from the contour kit, and I'm just going to use it wherever I applied my lighter contour shade. It just gives kind of an ombre-ish kind of an effect. So yeah, it just looks kind of natural. And again, with the help of my beauty blender, I'm just going to blend this all into my skin. Now taking a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to remove the excess powder. So I'm going to contour my nose as well. So I just love doing this step. If you don't, then you can absolutely skip this step. But this is what I love. And yeah, I'm just going to take the, I'm again from the same Anastasia contour kit, I'm going to take the shade called Cinnamon, which is the lightest contour shade. And I'm just going to use it for my nose contour. I'm going to take this ABH powder contour kit in medium, in light to medium, and I'm just going to take that lighter contour shade, and I'm just going to use it as a bronzer today. And again, taking the darker shade, I'm just going to chisel the contour. So as we did for the cream contour, we're just going to repeat the same thing. So again, with the help of my the bronzer brush, I'm just going to buff this all in. If you have any strong contour going on, it just settles down everything. Now taking this Natio loose powder, I'm just going to bake the rest of my face. And I'm also going to chisel my chin. Like, I'm just going to use this loose powder underneath my contour. This just gives a chisel kind of structured jawbone. Yeah, as you guys can see, once we remove all the excess baking, I mean, this just looks so structured and so like kind of razor sharp kind of an effect. Again, this is what I love doing, but if you guys don't, then you can absolutely skip this step. I'm going to take this Benefit WhatsApp highlighter. I'm going to take it on the back of my hand, and with the help of a finger, I'm just going to apply it in the highest points of my face. So this also makes sure that your powder highlighter stays in place for a long time. And to top off the cream highlighter, I'm going to take my Mary Luminizer by the Balm. This is the best highlighter by far that's worked out for me. So I'm just going to take a fan brush. I'm just going to use wherever I have applied my cream highlighter. So look at that. Oh my god. So the reason why I'm doing like a highlighter first is because when we apply blush, this just makes everything looks blended into the skin and makes everything natural looking instead of having like a white cast on your face. Oh my god, the highlight is so amazing. And for my blush today, so I'm going to be taking my Milani Big Powder Blush, and this is in the shade 02 Roast Oro. So I'm just going to use the blush in between my highlight and contour. So yeah, finally I'm gonna take my MAC Pep and Prime Fix Plus, my absolute favorite Fix Plus, and it just smells so amazing. I love the scent of it. And don't worry, even if you feel like your contour or blush or anything is like too much, this just melts all those powder and just makes everything look really blended. So allow it to soak into your face. So before this dries completely, I'm just going to take my beauty blender once again, and lastly I'm just going to press everything into the skin. And I'm once again going to take my Mary Luminizer by the Balm, and I'm just going to lightly highlight my face. Again, I'm just going to apply where I applied my highlight before, and this just makes sure that our face looks like a glowing goddess. So I just completed my makeup look to just look presentable. In case you guys have any questions, then leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be very happy to answer them. So in this tutorial, I've used mostly high-end products, I know, but there are also a few drugstore products that are as good as high-end products. So you can use them as well in case you guys don't want to use high-end options. Just make sure that the products that you use suit your skin type, and you know there's no rules in makeup, so whatever suits you and whatever you are okay with, you can go ahead and do it. And yeah, that's it for the video today. I hope this video was really helpful for all of you, so I'll catch you guys in my another interesting video. Until next time, you know the drill, keep slaying. Love you all. Bye.